What's happening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Stars of Tomorrow, an FM20 Wonderkid series. We look at some of the young talent on Football 2020 and see how they get on over the course of their careers. So today's player is Joelson Fernandes. Don't forget, Joelson Fernandes, sorry. Don't forget down below, if you're enjoying this series, hit the like button and subscribe if you are new as well. It all helps the channel out, believe me, it really does. And also, if you've got a player you want to look at, two things. First of all, check the playlist, make sure on the playlist that your player has not already been done, and second of all, leave as much info on that player as you possibly can, just in case it's obscure. It makes it easy to find the player, a bit easier for me. So, Joelson Fernandes, a right winger who plays for Sporting on the youth contract. He's been there for when the game actually loads up for 3 years now, well, 3 seasons technically. We've got some player traits on him here. We've got tries tricks, likes to beat men repeatedly, runs the ball often, and cuts inside from the left wing. So, leading himself to be an inside forward, weak left foot, very strong right foot. Can play left wing and right wing, as you can see. So, obviously, but I'd prefer him on the left wing because of the right foot strength. Mainly starts at 16-year-old, great crossing ability, great technique, decent determination as well, and physically looks quick already for a 16-year-old. So, let's go forward, guys, the first job and see how he gets on in the early years. So, guys, he's still at Sporting. He's 20 years old, and you can see crossing and dribbling up to 14, technique up to 15, determination up to 15, and obviously the pace and strength have massively increased on him. 16 pace, I like pacing my wingers if possible. Still got the same player traits, I believe. Yep. So the injury record here, looking at him, that is pretty damn good for me. I don't think there's anything there that's really worrying me, to be honest. So, has he got a release clause in his contract? He has got one. £59 million. Okay, so that means they really rate this guy. So, how has he done in the years since we've been simulating this? So, 2 goals, 1 assist. 1 goal, 1 assist. 2 goals, and he's been off the bench mainly. So, this is now the prime time to get this guy. I really think you got the crossings there, dribblings there, the pace is good strength, good off the ball, and he's the prime player to sign right now. The only downside I've got to him is I think he's even though he's natural in both wing positions, I don't think he is, because I don't think the weak left foot. Again, I suppose if you're playing him on the left, I'd play him inside forward. If you play him on the right hand side, I'd play him as a winger, getting crossed in the box. So you could play him with both wings. Plus, it depends on what you want to use him for. But the weak foot is a problem. So inside forward on the left to utilize the right foot for finishing and getting the penalty area, and the right foot on the wing on the right hand side to use the right foot to swing balls in the penalty area. Will he move to Europe or somewhere? Let's find out. Right, folks, he's still at PSG. At Sporting, which is very surprising for me. 15 dribbling and crossing, pace, acceleration, and agility all increasing, and still got the same player traits. Off the ball to 16 as well. Looking at his contract clause, there's no clause in his contract now. Maybe they feel like the early possible craze on him being a really good talent is now dying off because he got older. Injury record: 1 major injury that took the hip injury for 3 months. Not ideal at all, but other than that, nothing that's alarming me massively. So again, we saw 1-1 and we saw 2-0. Then finally got a bit more of a break in the first team. 5 goals, 2 assists, 6 goals, 1 assist, 9 goals, 4 assists, and then 6 and 6. So yeah, I mean, again, he's not far up in a really good player. I think it depends where you're playing him. Where you're playing him. They'll play him on the left-hand side. The technique's good. Dribbling. You could even play him on the right-hand side as a winger, really. I think that might be a better option. With the finishing being that low, it might be worth crossing him. But again, depends on how you're playing. So who wants him right now? Arsenal want to sign him. So we're going to go one more jump, guys. If he's still at Sporting or doesn't really move on anywhere major, we'll come back and stop it. But we'll see what happens next. So, folks, he's still at Sporting. He's now 28 years old, and we're seeing Again, an increase, but only this time only in his crossing and technical abilities. Off the ball 17, vision 16, vision 16, and great physical stats there. I like those as well. And again, we've got some good traits here, still exactly the same. Injury records, have a look. As you can see, it's still pretty good. After the hip injury we had last jump, it's pretty damn good after that. So career stats, have a look how he got on. 9 and 4 we saw, then 6 and 6. Then he got 14 goals, 7 assists, 12 goals, 6 assists, 12 goals, 7 assists, and 10 goals, 7 assists. So we're going to go forward again, guys, because he's looking like he's really looking like, yeah, because I think he's going to move clubs now. Milan and Napoli want him. We're going to go for another jump, guys, till he's, I think, maybe around 30 years old, 31. So 3 more years, and let's see if he moves somewhere and how it goes on. So, folks, he's now 30 years old, and I've decided to end it here because we've got a couple of years now where at least 1 year he's been outside of Sporting, and the stats won't get much better than this. So, overview of this player before we go into the actual last section of looking at stuff is can definitely play 2 positions, but different roles on each side. I don't know transfer fees. I'm going to see that in a second. Loving the pace. He's got good technical abilities outside of finishing, but that can be worked on. The composure is really good though, so that's interesting. So if maybe technique's good and composure's good, maybe placing shots could be a good thing if you can get the finishing a bit higher as well. That's my personal preference, really. So injury records, have a look how he's got on here. So we've got 1 more major injury for 3 months broken foot. Otherwise, other than that, looking at a glancing view, it's not too concerning. So Sporting that year, he got 10 goals, 7. Then he didn't get money because he moved to Arsenal. And he got 11 goals, 5 assists. The first season, £38 million transfer fee. I think it's really reasonable. And then next year, he got 2 goals, 1 assist that year. And at 32, he had a broken foot for 3 months. So that'll inhibit him. So yeah, I think it's one of those cases where he's more plus size of him. He can play either side. He's quick, he's got good crossing and dribbling, and he seems to have good technique. The downside is that I feel the weak foot is a problem for me personally. I think also the free kick taking, long shots, and general finishing are not great, but that can be worked on. But the also good thing is he's not overly expensive, £38 million. If you get him earlier on, he could be a really good player for you long term. So let me know, guys, in the comments section how you've got on with this guy. We're approaching episode 100, which is amazing. And it's been quite consistent. I'm not taking an extended break for a long period of time like I did last year. We've kept these going. Every time I took a break, and this is when our work was piling up, and the uncertainty about the coronavirus, I was really struggling with that. Also, guys, the Twitch streams, I've been a bit erratic recently. I've been dealing with some stuff away from content, later content, some DMs and stuff like that on Twitter. I've been fully documenting it, so I'm dealing with that. So I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you have hit the like button down below. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.